Hey folks, Colin here from Sumthins Recording. I've been working through this mix here and I was really happy with how this acoustic guitar sound came out. So I wanted to show you how I mixed this acoustic guitar in just 2 steps. We're going to be looking at acoustic guitar today, but before we dive in, if you are ready to go a little bit deeper into the mixing process as a whole and really start honing your workflow as an engineer, then I have just the thing for you. It is my 7-step mixing checklist. It's just a simple PDF that will walk you through the entire mixing process, step by step, to help you get professional and radio-ready mixes without the hassle and without any more of the guesswork. It is a completely free guide, and you can download it below using the link in the video description. Now let's jump in here and take a look at this acoustic guitar. Starting off here, let me play you the instrumental mix for this track as it stands. You can hear how our acoustic guitar sits in the mix, and then I will solo up the acoustic guitar and you can hear how it sounds on its own. So here is the finished instrumental mix for this song. As you can hear, our acoustic guitar is the driving tonal instrument of this track. It was the first instrument that was tracked for this project, so it's the main focus of our instrumental section here. So of our guitars and keys, this is our main instrument driving the song forward. Before we go any further, let me play you a before and after on this acoustic guitar. So I'll turn off these plugins here. You can hear where we started, and then I'll kick them back in, and you can hear where we end up here. A lot less muddy, a lot less heavy in the low end, and it's got so much more brightness and crispiness up top to help it cut through and really drive this mix. One of the biggest things when mixing acoustic guitar, especially in a bigger mix like this with a lot of tracks, if there's a full drum kit, your acoustic guitar you have to be careful with. You have to take off some of this low end area, otherwise it will dwarf your drum set very, very easily. If you leave all that low end in, it's going to make your drum set sound so small. It's just the nature of a full range, a full frequency range instrument like this. It's going to sound a lot bigger than your drum kit if you don't properly take care of your low end here. So let's get into the first step here for mixing this acoustic guitar. The first step for me is always EQ, and I break my EQ down into 2 separate sections. The first section here is getting rid of what we don't need in the acoustic guitar before emphasizing what we like about the acoustic guitar. So first thing I'm doing here on the acoustic guitar is rolling up my high pass filter. So let me knock out these other EQ moves here, and I'll turn off our compressor. You can hear a before and after on this high pass filter. This is what helps your acoustic guitar sit with the rest of the track. If it was just acoustic guitar by itself, you could leave a little bit more of this low end in, but in a full mix like this, you really need to take care of your low end here. So let me do a before and after on just this high pass filter. Just getting rid of that lower octave that we don't need there on our acoustic inside a bigger mix like this. Next move we're making here is we're getting rid of all of that muddiness in our low mid here. We're taking out about 3.84 dB at 286 hertz. Let me play you what this sounds like on our track. just scooping out some of that kind of ringing, muddy area, a little bit of ringing there in the low mids is making our guitar feel a little bit muddy. So just scooping that out a little bit, about 4 dB there. Then we've got our 2 boosts up on the top end that are going to give us our crispiness and our nice shine on our acoustic guitar, that nice air that you want up top. Our first one here is at 3K. We're doing about 3 dB at 3K, and then same thing up at 8K. So this here is giving us that nice high mid crispiness on our acoustic guitar. And then our top end here, that's where we're getting our air and our sheen. So that's 3 dB at 8K. Let me put both of these boosts in for you here. That boost here at 3K just helps our guitar sound more balanced across the frequency spectrum. It felt like there was a little bit of a dip there, so pulling that up helps our guitar out quite a bit. And then you can hear this up top is really just a wake-up call for our acoustic guitar. Helps it feel brighter, helps it feel shinier. It's going to help it cut through in our mix. That's step one here. So 2 parts for step one, getting rid of what we don't need, high-pass filter here, cutting out some of the muddiness here around 286, then exaggerating or pulling up and emphasizing what we like about the acoustic guitar. That's that high mid area here that helps it feel more balanced, and then the shininess, that brightness up on the top end there. Step number 2 when mixing acoustic guitar is compression. I love using this 1176 style compressor, this FET comp on acoustic guitar. The little bit of attack it adds to our initial transients through the strumming, the way it emphasizes that, really feels nice. It adds a little bit of aggression, a little bit of intensity, helps it feel more energetic inside our mix. Especially with some good strumming like this, it really helps take our guitar up to another level. So let me play the guitar for you here, and I will kick in our compressor. You can hear what it does. We're only doing about 3 dB of compression. You can see our attack is at about, if I turn this on here, about 5.5 milliseconds, or 0.55 milliseconds, sorry, and then our release is as fast as possible at 50 milliseconds. Just pushing our input till we're getting about 3 dB of compression on the guitar. Just this 3 dB compression here helps our acoustic guitar feel more aggressive, so it's going to cut through the mix, and it emphasizes the attack on the strings in a really nice way. It's not too aggressive, and it's not too kind of choppy or too picky. It's just enough that it helps our guitar drive a little bit further, and it gives it some percussive feel. I like the acoustic guitar to have tonal feel as well as some percussive feel, so it can tickle your ears in a couple different ways. You'll hear the chords it's playing and how it's contributing to the mix tone-wise, and then you can hear the kind of nice percussive element it adds with the pick being on the strings. So one more time here. Overall, we got our 2 steps. First step is our EQ, getting rid of what we don't need, emphasizing what we like about the acoustic guitar. Then our compression to emphasize that a nice attack of the pick on the strings and to make our guitar feel a little bit more energetic, a little bit more driving in the mix. Let me do an A-B on both of these plugins one more time, then we'll stick it back in the mix and do the same thing here. A little bit of EQ, a little bit of compression, and we can get our acoustic guitar to cut through the mix and be a driving force in the song. I hope that was helpful for you. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you are ready to take your mixes to the next level and really start dialing in your workflow as an engineer, then I have just the tool for you, and it is completely free. It is my 7-step mixing checklist, and you can download it below to start creating more professional mixes in less time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.